Our today's speaker, it's about self-care. And sometimes we assume that we know what it is. And sometimes we don't assume and we don't take care of ourselves. For example, today, can you raise your hand who already drink some water? Drink some water. You see there we are a lot of dehydrated queens and kings here. And also part of the self-care. How many of us speak to us kindly this morning already? And how many of us we already told the person that we love, whoever it is, however we're related, that we love them? Yeah, good amount. Will be great if we take as a homework today and think in all these little things that apparently we assume and we gave as granted that it's going to happen, but not always is. The speaker today, it's a beautiful confusion that got into my life around 10 years ago. And since then, we've been working together in community projects. And I'm so proud to announce that they become an NGO which help other mommies to be listened kindly with compassion, to have people in our businesses learn how to communicate with compassion, and to avoid or find ways more human respectful to communicate between each other. So let me introduce Paula and Bere today from ConSiente Corazon.
Hi, thank you for having us here today. The first thing that we are going to do is to light a candle. ¿Me ayudas? Because every time we make a, a presentation, a workshop, whatever we do, we light a candle um, so we can remind of all our ancestors, and we can remind about my husband that he told me a lot, and with his dad, he's my biggest master, and we also honor Bere's daughter, and because also she's a teacher to us, and they both are the way that we confirm that self-care is the way to care about mental health. So that's why we light a candle every time. And well, I'm Paula, and she's Bere. She's my partner. We've been working since 2018.
2018.
But we became an AC, is the right name, is like NGO, yep, last year, because we have a lot of tools, a lot of techniques, a lot of information that we want to give to other NGOs that give all um, all his heart to the communities, and they forget about themselves. And I know that very much of you work and know all, not all, but many of the NGOs here, and you know that they are in the causes. They work a lot. They been there for the communities. So we start knowing that we go with, I don't know, Ezequiel, no? That we were hearing about Aboyo. And he say, yes, I need what you have, I want it, but I don't have funds. So that's why we make now we are an NGO, so we can get money for other places, so we can provide the workshops. So now we're talking about self-care. And the first thing that I wanted to do is that you look to these pictures and tell me what you see, whatever you want. Yeah, sadness, anger, tenderness. Mhm. Human life, right? Yeah. And my skin starts like, yeah, because this is life, and life is tough, and life is happy, and life is life, right? So I have la flechita de arriba. Mm-mm. Ah, ahí está. So through all our process of life, we uh, now know that self-care is the way. So, because in the world there's a lot of problems, and here, ¿nos ayudas a repartir los árboles? It's not changing, Diego. No. Ahí. Okay. ¿Quieres explicarlo tú?
The problem we saw is the absence of mental health and human rights education, tool and spaces. It's no, of course, there are some spaces, there are tools, but we don't have it and we don't use it um, for our mental health. If I like to be better or feeling better in such a problem in my life, well, I go with my therapist, maybe I take a workshop, but it's it's not like an habit. So Carla is giving to you this problem three. If you can see, the causes are many causes. And that's important because it's multifactorial
Mhm.
and we have to do many things by many paths. So we can see the effects and we can see our society. So a few minutes ago, someone of you say, we're happy. Yeah, but the life, as we can see in the pictures, it's sadness, no? And anger, and this up and down. That's the life. And the effects that we can see, it's violence, it's organized crime, um, increased inequality. So we thought self-care through mental health, it's a way we can put to the society. Sí, this is our own definition of self-care, a lifestyle in which, through self-awareness and observation of what nurtures us and what doesn't, we can choose the right path to bring about long-term well-being. Well-being is understood as accepting the reality that life is made up of enjoyable, unpleasant, and neutral moments. I We don't live a happy life all the time. We don't live an unpleasant life all the time. We're still up and down. And if I have the self care like a lifestyle, I can face the life the way it comes every day. Mhm. So we think the solution, it's multifactorial too, but we use psychoeducation to create spaces to give tools in mental health and human rights issues. First, in workshop, where the people work with
themselves.
themselves. Sorry, I'm very nervous because it's my first time speaking English in front of many people. So then they can go with these tools, with the lifestyles, with their communities, families, co-workers, neighbors, and then it can be spread the seeds much more in much more places. Mhm.
So we work in 3 areas. We work in self-care, we work in emotional management, and we work in crisis intervention. Why these 3 uh, paths or areas? It's because self-care, we've been through all these minutes ago. Emotional management is because we know that all humans, we feel, right? And many times we don't know what to do with all the anger or all the worries and all the stuff that we feel. So we both of us uh, been study a lot of tools and techniques so we can teach others how to get all the emotions not in control, because it's not only the way that we control that we feel, so we don't hurt others and a lot of other things. And crisis intervention also because in life we have a lot of crises, right? Not only the hurricane but in life we have difficult moments.
Self-care is not a cultural norm. We can say sometimes to hear we listen self-care so much, but maybe you can see the sad people eating ice cream, no?
In
Or
front of the TV is like I'm
uh
going to get rid of my sadness, like blocking or distracting, and that's
mhm.
not self-care.
That's because it's not a cultural norm, like a way lifestyle. Mhm. We have workshop. The first is understanding self-care. Women taking care of each other because some years ago I have a surgeon and I start asking women, do you have a self-care? Well, no. We talked a few minutes ago. Uh, we're multitasking, no? The work, the son, the family. So I can't take care of myself. So we do this work. Then self-care in the workplace. It's so really important that the workplace um, thought to self-care the people who working. This vertical organization, it have to change to horizontal organization because I work with human beings. Okay? Self-care for primary caregivers, the people in ONGs, um, doctors, psychologists, even mothers, fathers, they primary caregivers. And when we are primary caregivers, even thought to take care ourselves. Self-care during grief. It's important to us that if we are working the path with someone who is grieving, it's another way to live the grief. Mhm.
In the area of emotional management, we have this phrase, to feel is to make sense of our existence. And I remember my husband because it's one of the, how do you say legado? The legend, the
Legacy.
legacy that he left. And the workshops that we offer is connecting from the well-being and equalizing our emotions. And in crisis intervention, Human Fragile invites us to work within the community, supporting each other through grief to transform it. Because we offer a workshop that train people to support crisis situations. If you have any questions, we can answer them. So we're gonna show you one of the tools that we teach. And for that, I need you like to get rid of the paper and like, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you can be like with your hands in your knees and with a straight back. Yeah. And if it's comfortable to you, you can close your eyes. If it's not comfortable, you can only look to the floor and that's okay. If during this exercise you feel anxious or uncomfortable, you can open your eyes. This is not obligatory to anyone. So now that you have your eyes closed, your foot is the foot. You should be in the the ground, like feel the support of the ground. Yeah. So now with your eyes closed, I want you to be aware of your breathing. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths in your own time. Inhale and exhale. Now be aware the way your body inhale and exhale. You don't have to do nothing, just be aware the way the air gets into your body and the way it gets out. How are you breathing? Because you've been breathing since the second you were born. Notice how does it feel to breathe. And now In the silence of your mind, ask the question, how I'm today, how I'm feeling today, what emotions are living inside you. Since this morning when you woke up, what emotions are you feeling today? And maybe you can recognize some fear, worry, anger, sadness, happiness, anxiety. How are you? And now I invite you to get your attention to your body. How is your body today? Maybe you feel cold or hot. Maybe you are in some parts are more tense than in others. How is your body? From your toes to your knees, going up to your chest, to your head. How are you? Maybe you can feel pain in some parts. Now I'm gonna ask you to bring to your mind some situation that's been difficult for you. Maybe a discussion, maybe a problem that you have now. And if you don't have anything, it's okay. But if you choose some situation, some experience, some painful moment of your life, you can bring it to your imagination and allow all the feelings to show you how you were in that time. And allow to recognize all the emotions, the pain, the fear, the anger, whatever is going through you, allow it. You can place one hand on your heart, or you can hug yourself. Feel what are the feelings to be there for you. Noticing the hand in your heart or the hug. And telling with a lovely voice, I'm here for you. In the silence of your mind, you don't have to talk. Just tell to yourself, I'm here. I hear you. I know this is a difficult moment, and I'm here for you. Whatever that happens, I'm here. Notice how these words feel in your heart. Notice how is your body? How are you feeling? Now, in the silence of your mind, take a moment to say thank you to you for trusting in this process, in this exercise, for trusting yourself through this life. You can put your hands in your knees and be aware of your breathing. Be aware of the seat. And with your eyes closed, listen to your body and do all the movements that you need to do. Maybe you need to stretch, to move your head, your neck, whatever it feels good. Like if you're going up in the morning, what do you need? Maybe you need to bostezar. I don't know the name in English. Thank you. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Someone wants to share?
How did you live the experience? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
The pain doesn't disappear, but it is less now. Good.
Calm. Mhm. Mhm. Thank you. Clear. Mhm. Is what I did. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But it's hard because I don't want you to get sleep, right? So it's difficult. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Someone else want to share?
Okay.
Okay.
These techniques are um, or are related with compassion because there's studies that say the human it's very hard with himself. So, regañar, nos regañamos,
We,
we scold ourselves, so we're very mm, exigent with ourselves, and compassion, it's a way to be with us more in a more lovely way. There's no, there will be errors, there will be bad moments, but I can be compassionately and lovely with myself. But it makes me feel lazy. No, you can effort with all the things you want, but in a lovely and compassionate way. The world, it's so hard to um, be exigiendo, que nos estemos exigiendo a nosotros mismos, demanding ourselves. So I can live this hard life or the life in so many ways, but I can be compassionately and lovely way with myself to get through the path. Mhm.
Because life is not going to be easy every day. So the thing that Bere and I want is to get all these exercise and all these tools and all these techniques to others, because we know that if we stay in the creencia, in the belief, thank you, of that we should be happy all the time, it's like it's not life. It's not a lie, but so we learn all these um, neuroscience techniques because we know that it's a way to be for ourselves. And we know for experience and in a professional way that it puts seeds in our hearts that grow, like support us. And when we work in communities, in vulnerable communities, when they start like, I can be for myself. I don't have to wait till my husband gets wrong to the house, and I can be for me. And that's, I don't know, the way it's like a wave that expands to the house. And if we were talking about the autistic moms that we are sharing a group with them, and when they start like sharing with other women, with sharing with other moms, and they start like building how do you say, like a net, is very powerful. It gives me hope in like, that's the way. I know the world is upside down, but that's a way. So that's our way, and we want we want to get to others.
Our mission, like ConSiente, Ciencia para el Corazón, is to encourage people to work in their mental health using self-care tools leading to a wholesome existence, and from this life perspective, develop beneficial changes in one's personal, work, and social environments. So it's exponential too. Mhm. Our vision is promoting self-caring people to live within a healthy mind, generating well-being in the community as agents of change. We were worked with people of Chiapas, and they told us the tools you teach us last week, I teach in my family. So we know it's useful for us, not just for me. So we know it because we live this with our families, but we know this because the people who with worked told us the same thing.
Well, these are the values that like guide us. I'm not gonna read them because you can read it by yourself. And well, these are contact information. And I want you to I will ask you if you have any questions, you want something to share. Um,
I am going to give an unsolicited recommendation. These ladies have been working with our parents at Niños con Autismo for almost a year. And we have been able, through them, to bring together our groups of parents. Both guys and gals are sitting in the same room, sharing experiences. And if you can imagine what it's like to have a child with autism, especially if you have 2 or 3 other children in that house, how demanding that is on both the mothers and the fathers. And this has been an opportunity for them to come together and share what's going on. And I will tell you, in these sessions, we have tons of tears because it's like, oh my God, there is somebody out there who is experiencing the same things we are. And señores, muchísimas gracias.
Hola. Uy. Um, so where do you give the workshops? Do you have like an office?
We don't have an office. We go to the organizations or to the communities or to the school or to the, yeah, we don't have an office.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the services that you offer, it is free?
No, we need money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I just wondered, in some of the tools that you use, if there's a role for faith, religious faith, as part of self-care.
No, and that's very important to us because independent of what religions of philosophy life you have, you can do this practice and you can learn through the art and you can learn to manage your emotions. So we work with many peoples in one room, in one workshop, who have any different religious or philosophies of lives. Yeah.
I know that I enjoy many of our speakers, and I just wanted to remind everybody that you can go to RotarySMAMidday.org with 2 D's in the midday and go to guest speakers, go to previous speakers, and that link that comes up on your screen, you can copy that and send it to a friend. I think a lot of times people think, oh God, Larry, he would just he really needs to hear this. But I encourage everybody to use the resources that are up there. And now my question is, how do you measure your success? I know a lot of global grants in that they not only want you to do assessment beforehand, but after you've been doing it for a while, how do you measure your success? I know the state measures suicides, but that's kind of like the last thing at your success with what you're doing here.
Every time we offer a workshop, we ask the people to answer a test. And when we finish the workshop, we ask to fill another, it's not a test, it's like some assessment. Thank you. And we give follow-up through the months because that's the way that we know that they keep going with the tools in life. Yeah. Yeah. I think that someone's, yeah.
One more question. One more.
Thank you, by the way, for what you guys do. That was a marvelous experience. I'm a big fan of comedy and humor. What do you think the role is of laughter and humor in self-healing and that kind
Very
of stuff?
important. Very important, yeah. Yeah, we don't have to. The thing is that outside, you can find a lot of places where you can laugh and get entertained, but it's difficult to find places when you can cry. That's allowed, that you can explain yourself and you can like open your heart, and that's what we provide. Yeah. But it's very important. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. I want to share with you all is you all can share a cup of coffee, I guess. Flash, you got a graphic for me?
Can I share something with the trust? Now we are talking with Ezequiel from Apoyo to take these tools to the women and communities. So we hope that that program like start moving in this next few months. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, the answer to the question of the day is, according to AI, you can lend the money out and you can lend out $100,000 for $10,000 that's paid back at a rate of 90%. So there we go. So thank you very much. Thank you for a great presentation. Everybody have a great week. Board meeting, it takes place now. We're going to sit around this table up here. So John, can you give out your tickets in the back? John's going to be giving out his tickets, so go see him. Have a good day.